Hello, my name is Anastasia, and I'm here with Miss Paulina. She is the Vice President of Talent here at Emory Healthcare.
Hi Anastasia, very happy to be with you today at Emory Healthcare as one of the largest employers in Atlanta of 24,000 employees in the metro area. We're very focused on employee experiences, and it's important for us that this is the best place to work, learn, and grow. So my function is focused on that. So I'm looking forward to sharing more about how we do that behind the scenes.
Let's see what's it like in a day in HR. Because I'm very interested in working with people, I have deeply explored civics, but for this experience, I decided to see what HR is like. Schedule for the day, and as you can see, it was a pretty long and busy day. And even though Miss Paulina said that was a light schedule compared to her usual schedule, these are some pictures I took along the way in the morning. And it was an awesome experience overall. I learned a lot about how HR truly functions and that it's not just talking, there's a lot of learning and growth. And this slide is a traditional HR maturity model, and I learned how that there are very different levels of HR. There's the ones that take out the paychecks and give people benefits, but there's also the HR type that deals with more bigger scale, bigger issue things, which Miss Paulina does, and which is something I would be interested in doing. I also got to attend one of their trainings, Crucial Conversations, and it was so interesting to meet all of the big leaders in Emory Healthcare and talk to them and communicate with them and participate in that training and engage with them during our working lunch. And this is us leaving the office after our conversation with Debbie. Going back to the conversation with Debbie, she told me what she learned in college and her journey to becoming HR director for Emory Healthcare and how she is where she is today. And I think that was very useful for me. I'm very grateful for this experience because I got to see Miss Paulina balance communication, leadership, and time management skills all day long. We just finished our shadowing day and it was awesome. It was a great experience and I learned so much about HR.
Using Powtoon.
Hello, my name is Soham, and today I will be sharing my experience shadowing under Dr. Bach and Dr. Koleski at Windward Pediatric Dentistry. As patients enter, they will be greeted by Miss Martha and Miss Heidi. They handle the business aspect of the practice, which includes paperwork, managing appointments, and insurance. In the clinical area, patients will meet Assistant Amber and the two dentists, Dr. Bach and Dr. Koleski. Both dentists have completed their education at Marquette University and have specialized in pediatric dentistry. Dr. Bach has also specialized in orthodontics. As patients enter the clinical area, there will be a brushing station available to them. Patients are always requested to brush before their appointment, as during the appointment, the dentist will have an opportunity to grade and give advice on how to improve their oral hygiene. Next, there will be a panoramic X-ray room. In this room, a panoramic X-ray machine will take an image of the entire mouth This image is used by the dentist for orthodontic purposes, such as bracket placement and braces. And in the back there is an op room. In this room, all the restorative procedures such as extractions, fillings, and sealants take place. On the other side of the clinical area is the hygiene bay. The hygiene bay is where all the preventative cleanings and orthodontic procedures occur. After the cleaning, the patient will have the opportunity to select a prize from the treasure box, and then will be directed to the consult room. The consult room is a place where the patient, parents, and the dentist will have a discussion about the patient's treatment and future appointments. While shadowing, I had 4 primary responsibilities, which included sterilizing instruments, taking x-rays, preparing trays, and charting. To sterilize instruments, I would first gather all the instruments and place them into the ultrasonic. The ultrasonic would remove all the large debris, and then I could package the instruments and place them into the autoclave. My second responsibility included taking x-rays. To take x-rays, I would first have to bring the patient back from the reception area to the clinical area, explain to the patient how I was going to take the x-rays, and ask if the patient had any questions or concerns. Another responsibility of mine is to prepare trays. I would usually prepare trays after lunch, and this included placing gloves, instruments, a placard, prophy paste, and a toothbrush on that tray. In addition to this, I would also have to grab a low volume, a prophy angle, and an air water. And as my last responsibility, I would have to chart. To chart, I would have to listen to all the information that the dentist would say, write all the information down, wait for the signature, and then electronically type all that information into the computer system. In addition to all the clinical experience, I got to develop my interpersonal skills. I saw the importance of communication, teamwork, and taking initiative, as it is vital towards the success of a dental practice. After shadowing Dr. Bach and Dr. Kaleski, I have decided that I would like to pursue a career in the dental field. Observing both dentists made me realize that dentistry is more than just a career. It is a lifestyle of learning, innovation, creativity, and creating relationships. I would like to thank Dr. Bach, Dr. Kaleski, and the rest of the team at Windward Pediatric Dentistry for this opportunity. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anshika Nachani, and this is my multimedia presentation for my shadowing experience through SLJC. So I had the opportunity to shadow Mr. Anand Thakur, who went to the Georgia Institute of Technology and studied computer engineering and worked in energy and policymaking and AI, and is now in marketing and technology. So the schedule of the day's events during our shadowing experience was that we went into a conference room with Mr. Thakur and my peers from SLJC, and we listened to a lecture, and we sat in a conference room and he answered any questions we had about career or college or anything we might want to pursue in the future. And I originally was going to choose a robotics shadowing day with a Georgia Tech professor, but because of the delay with that, I chose Mr. Thakur, and I thought it would be interesting because business is such a huge industry, and what I found particularly interesting during the shadowing experience is that Mr. Thakur hadn't worked in one field or industry. He had worked in multiple, and that kind of made me hopeful because although the shadowing experience was very interesting, I'm not completely sure I would like to pursue this field yet. I think I would have to go to college to find out more, but I found it very hopeful because he gave me an insight, and I think my peers too, that you don't really have to know exactly what you want to do, and you have a long time to figure out what industry and what position you want to work in. So that was very inspiring, and yeah, I found his lecture very interesting, and I hope to connect with him more.
Created using Powtoon. Created using Powtoon. Created using Powtoon.
Hello, my name is Amar Garlapati, and I'm part of the SLJC class of 2022 from Chattahoochee High School. The place where I shadowed at is called Drones I View. It's a company that focuses on drone hardware, drone media content, and plans to map the whole world of the drones in the near future. And the person who I shadowed is Jacob Andrews, who's the CEO of this company. So how I met this company is I met them through my TAG internship program that I have at my school. And although I actually work with them for the projects, I decided to set like a certain time just for mentorship and just to learn what he does and what actions he does every day. And thus, it's not like a whole set date and time we did it. We did it in the course of a few weeks where I met with him in person at the internship site and actually got to hear from him what he does and like what responsibility he has and stuff like that. So for my schedule, I had that meeting with him in person every Saturday, and every Thursday we had team meetings where every different section of the company would come together and to relay their progress in what they've made, ask for feedback from the other groups, and also hear from Jacob what his idea is, and also if they need any help with them, they can reach out to any one of the groups, and they're gladly to help out. And Jacob oversees the whole meeting and like gives general help to everyone. And through this, there's a lot of teamwork involved because everyone's helping each other. Because some of the stuff that we're doing is kind of new, so they can get all the help they can get. And some people know other areas like electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, video production, website designing, and like coding, programming. So it's a whole wide variety of things. So everyone helps each other. And aside from that, Jacob's role is more of managing the business as a whole and the company as a whole, and like seeking out potential investors of the company and more customers, as well as like networking and spreading the word about the whole idea. And from this, I wouldn't say I wouldn't pursue it, but like it's not one of my main interests because personally I love to learn new things, and I see Jacob's role as more like hands off and distant because he has to give a general idea and knows generally what's happening because he's more focused on like the expenses and the funds and like actually getting the word out to people. But for me personally, I feel like I would be more interested in like getting into specifics in like one of the sectors of like engineering, or, like electrical engineering, like wiring and stuff, and like actually getting to know that hands-on and then being able to help people if they need help, and reach out, get help for them, learn a lot from there, and not just like being distant, kind of hands-off abstractly, but more like getting to the my hands dirty and my feet wet and understanding all of that. Thank you.
Created using Powtoon. Created using Powtoon.
Hello, my name is Nishant, and I'm from Chattahoochee High School. I shadowed Mr. Menezes from Primalis Technologies. Primalis Technologies helps make drives and the machines to make for steel plants and other metal plants. And then Mr. Menezes is part of the IT department for Primalis Technologies, and he helps manage the IT services that are needed for the company. So some things he does is attend meetings with the IT headquarters in Austria, and manage the IT requests for offices in America. He also manages the workers in the IT department and ensures all tasks are being completed on time. And then he leads meetings on things such as SharePoint, mobile users, Teams, networks, and more for all the employees. And then he also manages the purchasing technology for all the offices in the United States. So I got to know Mr. Menezes through my school internship program. They matched me because since I had an interest in computer science. They matched me with Primalis Technologies in their IT department, and therefore I got to know Mr. Menezes through shadowing him. In the typical day, he has meetings in the morning where he gets an overview of tasks for the day from his supervisors, or he has a list of tasks that need to be completed that are still pending, and then he checks in with his headquarters, the IT headquarters in Linz. And then after that, he delegates the task to his IT team. And then after lunch, more toward the afternoon, the job is more independent, and he's able to focus on individual tasks that need to be completed, and to kind of micromanage, he is able to manage each employee individually. So teamwork is heavily involved in his job. So he has to work with the team and cooperate with them every day, since without them it'd be tough to do all the tasks. And delegation is also very important because there's a huge workload and he can't do it all himself, so he has to delegate tasks out to his employees. Organization is also very important, as he needs to plan. He has a lot of tasks, so he needs to plan out with the schedule and the calendar, and know where he assigned the tasks to. So some things that I liked about the job was I liked that this job allows you to set your own times and allows you to take a leadership role and kind of make a big part in decisions. But something I disliked about the job is I disliked making tough decisions, or I dislike that you had to make tough decisions such as like hiring and firing people. He likes the part of jobs that he likes is like he likes completing tasks. So when the tasks are given, he just likes taking them off and making sure they're all done. But he does not like managing people individually. He finds.
Hi, my name is Raksha Dama, and I'm currently a senior at Chattahoochee High School. So for my shadowing project, I had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Anand Thakur in the business career field, and although I don't personally plan on pursuing a job that is completely business oriented, I believe that those skills can be used in any career field, so I wanted to learn more about those skills and how I can apply them in my own life. Also, Mr. Thakur is a graduate of Georgia Tech, and I plan on going there for my undergraduate education, so I wanted to learn more about his experience there and all the resources and opportunities that he was presented with. So during the meeting, Mr. Thakur explained his background, including his education at Tech, where he studied computer engineering, and he basically explained how he got to where he is today. He started his career by creating a startup and eventually made all of his connections that helped him get to where he is today. This is why Mr. Thakur explained the importance of networking and emphasized how making connections can really make or break someone's career. Something during this meeting that was really valuable to me was when Mr. Thakur explained the bridge between business career fields and STEM career fields, because I plan on pursuing a STEM career field in college. I also loved hearing about how people-oriented his job was and the field in general. I personally strive for a job where I can get a lot of human interaction and work with other people, so that was interesting to me. So this meeting actually introduced me to new topics that I barely knew anything about previously, such as investing and stocks. It piqued my interest so much that I even went home and researched more about it, and I look forward to continue to learn more about these topics. Overall, this project helped me realize that although I may be pursuing a STEM career in my future, I should be open into getting involved with the community and making connections and just working with others in general. Lastly, I want to say thank you to Mr. Thucker for this opportunity and allowing us to meet with him, and to Ms. Sanders for setting up this meeting. Hi, my name is Raksha Dama, and I'm currently a senior at Chattahoochee High School. So for my shadowing project, I had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Anand Thakur in the business career field, and although I don't personally plan on pursuing a job that is completely business oriented, I believe that those skills can be used in any career field, so I wanted to learn more about those skills and how I can apply them in my own life. Also, Mr. Thakur is a graduate of Georgia Tech, and I plan on going there for my undergraduate education, so I wanted to learn more about his experience there and all the resources and opportunities that he was presented with. So during the meeting, Mr. Thakur explained his background, including his education at Tech, where he studied computer engineering, and he basically explained how he got to where he is today. He started his career by creating a startup and eventually made all of his connections that helped him get to where he is today. This is why Mr. Thakur explained the importance of networking and emphasized how making connections can really make or break someone's career. Something during this meeting that was really valuable to me was when Mr. Thakur explained the bridge between business career fields and STEM career fields, because I plan on pursuing a STEM career field in college. I also loved hearing about how people-oriented his job was and the field in general. I personally strive for a job where I can get a lot of human interaction and work with other people, so that was interesting to me. So this meeting actually introduced me to new topics that I barely knew anything about previously, such as investing and stocks. It piqued my interest so much that I even went home and researched more about it, and I look forward to continue to learn more about these topics. Overall, this project helped me realize that although I may be pursuing a STEM career in my future, I should be open into getting involved with the community and making connections and just working with others in general. Lastly, I want to say thank you to Mr. Thakur for this opportunity and allowing us to meet with him, and to Ms. Sanders for setting up this meeting.